3 2 1.
Kerem Bürsin, merhaba.
Merhaba.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Kerem, a fundamental question.
All right.
Are you happy?
That's a good question. Yeah, in general I am. But yeah, I don't think we're doing that well as humans in the world. So
At all, actually. Yeah.
yeah. So, with that, it's kind of like you're happy, but the place you're in is not doing well. So how happy can you really be?
You feel guilty if you're happy.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's more so, I think the guilt comes from helplessness and just the fact that I don't know, like, I mean, we need to, look, I mean, I'm someone who enjoys space. And I do like to do research into that stuff. And then when you look at space and how big it is and the fact that we still haven't found a planet that is like ours, that has over 1 billion living species, it's sad that we can't just get along and have a good time on a beautiful planet.
Evet.
You know?
Is happiness a choice or a decision?
I think it's a choice. I think it is a choice, essentially. Sure, there are times where I don't think we can help being happy because of someone or something or whatever. But essentially, I think it's, especially in this day and age, it's rather than a choice, it's work. You have to work to be happy, Yeah.
Who's your role model in life? Your mother or your father?
If we're going to go with family, both of them, I think they're two people who complete each other so well as parents. Where I felt like I was getting something great from one parent, the other parent would give me something great on the other side.
That's
So
nice.
they
Yeah.
were a great team of. I was lucky enough to have a good team as a mother and father. Yeah, so both.
What did you learn from your parents?
I think the main thing is respect. To respect cultures, people. Doesn't matter what their economic background is. It doesn't matter what their religion is. It doesn't matter anything. Just the fact that, there's someone living in front of you, has emotions, has feelings, has a family like you or whatever. It doesn't. Yeah, so it essentially it comes down to just respecting people.
To respect humanity.
Yeah.
That's very important. This is what we lack right now, actually.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I think that's the main thing I learned from them. Because we traveled so much in my childhood, you come across something new, a new culture, new everything. And so it was very important to just respect and understand.
You traveled a lot, like from Los Angeles to China, Malaysia, Dubai.
Yeah.
You learned how to adapt faster
yeah.
to new environments.
Right.
But did it give you do you have a problem now to settle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, our time schedule was every 2 to 3 years we would change countries or cities. And so now I know, I've realized which Istanbul has been the longest I've ever lived in any city, which is almost 11 years, which is insane because I've only lived, the longest I've lived anywhere was 4 years. So when it comes to living, now if I'm living in a house or in, just where I'm living, after 3 years, I'm just kind of like, all right, I gotta go.
I have to move, from the house.
I get the itch of I gotta go. I need a change. So. Yeah.
It's even, you need to change, is it also like in a human relationship? You get bored?
Look.
Do you get bored so fast? Do you need
That's a good question. I don't know because I don't think I've ever had a relationship that lasted longer than 4 years. So I don't know. I should look into that.
Really?
I don't think so, though.
What about friendships?
Oh, no, I have good friendships. The only thing is with a life like that is a lot of my friends I had as a child, I don't know what they're doing anymore very much because during those days you didn't have social media. So it was just kind of like when you were gone, you were gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, do you consider yourself lucky going around, seeing or getting exposed to all these cultures?
Yeah, you know, I think it's relative. I mean, to someone it might be incredible, to another it might be a nightmare. But for my personality, yeah, I think I'm lucky because I do like to explore and I do like to see the new in things. So it was good. It was definitely good.
You felt like you adapted well in the States. You always said that,
Yeah,
no?
I mean,
Where did you adapt it the most?
I think. Look, I had a great time, and like for me, where I was like, all right, this feels like home. For me, was definitely Abu Dhabi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I loved it. So I guess as far as adaptation goes, I don't know there, but like I mean, when I go back to Indonesia, where my childhood was, I mean, when I get off the plane and you smell the air, it's just kind of like I'm like, all right,
Tell me
this
about
is
Abu
my
Dhabi.
childhood.
Where
Abu
did you
Dhabi.
live in Abu Dhabi?
Well, I don't even know if
Which
it.
year was that?
Uh, 90. I was in Dubai from 95 to 97, and I think from 97 to 2000 I was in Abu Dhabi. I moved to Texas in 2000, so yeah. It wasn't the Abu Dhabi we're used to or the Dubai we're used to seeing now. It was beautiful. I was well. We were on the Corniche back then, but now it's definitely not the Corniche. You know, like back then it was the Corniche, but then they filled the water and then build more buildings. So now it's like not
So now
even
there
on
is
the Corniche.
islands. There
Yeah,
is, yeah.
yeah, it's been a while.
So in the States, uh, you lived like a local. You worked hard.
I did. I mean, look, I went to
Tell me
high.
about your American dream there. How did it shape your personality?
Right.
Because if I see you now, I feel like you are
What?
like half American.
Yeah, you know, I guess that's just because of the way I talk, maybe. But have I ever felt? Look, I mean, I think that the most difficult part about living around the world is you start questioning your identity in the sense that where do I belong? Am I Turkish? Am I from UAE? Because all those countries, or Singapore, or wherever, all those countries, you take from it.
They shape you
Of
anyway.
course, you get inspired by the culture, this, that, the person, anything, and so there's a part of you. There's a part of that country in you that makes who you are. And so I think the most difficult time I had regarding that was when I was in America. Because it was just kind of like, you're in Texas and you're just like, all right, hey, I'm Kerem from Turkey. And they're just kind of like, what was that first word? And what state is Turkey in? And you're just like,
Especially
oh,
in Texas,
boy. Yeah.
Where in Texas?
Sugarland, Houston, right outside of Houston, and that's because oil. So yeah, I mean, look, in Houston, it's a huge expat population.
I know.
Because of oil. So it's not very much as we would think, but still, it does. There is some of that.
Actually, half of my family are there.
Yeah.
They are all engineers and.
Oh, okay. All right. So you know,
Yeah.
But yeah, but after Texas, after high school, I went to Boston, and that's when you kind of realize, okay, there's a different mindset.
Completely.
Very different mindset. And then from Boston, I went to LA, and I guess for me, it was never the American dream, just so the dream of being an actor. But yeah, I think when I look back on it, the time I had in LA, it was good times. It was a struggle, but it was good times.
It's always a good time in LA, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look.
Actually, they tell me like it used to be, It's been like more than 5 years I didn't go.
Okay.
They said like it has changed a lot.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard that. I haven't been since the pandemic, and yeah, I've heard a lot of not cool things. And I heard a lot of people are moving to Austin now,
Yeah, it's so true.
which is the best city.
Tell me about your work there. What did you work? How did you? Of course, you had the dream of becoming an actor,
Right,
while
like
you were
everyone in LA. Yeah, like everyone in LA.
there. Yeah, like
Yeah, you know, I think the toughest thing was when I first moved there, I was still studying. So it was my last year in college, and me and my friends, we went to this restaurant. It was our first night. And so everything's new, and we're just, we're all actors, and we're all we're gonna make it. And
even the waitresses are
well,
actresses.
I was just gonna
Even
get,
the valet
yeah.
party
So
is an
this
actor.
waiter comes, who's, I think he was around like 60, late 60s. And, he's welcoming us, giving the menus. And we're just like, thank you and all this stuff. And he's like, what are you guys doing? Studying. We're going to be actors. And then he looks at us, he's like, yeah, I came out here when I was your age. I wanted to be an actor. And we're just like, So that's the harsh truth about LA is there's just so much around you that's, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a mirror. We're just like, is that am I going to be that in 50 years? Or am I going to be that in 40 years? Or am I going to be saying that? And then you go into like, you take workshops or acting classes, and you just see so many incredibly talented people. And you're just like, damn, like this person like just gave an incredible performance, probably the best performance I've seen yet live. And there's no one. So that's harsh. That's harsh. But I think with that harshness, what's good is it really tests you on your love for the art or the game or whatever. Like, do you really want this? And that's something I dealt with a lot because look, it wasn't easy. I worked. I was a driver. I worked at a gym. At first, I was the towel boy of the gym, and so I was just like checking people in and then just cleaning all the dirty towels and cleaning up. And then I became a trainer. But before that, I was a bouncer. I did bouncing for like very little, but worked at like a company. Yeah, you do so many different jobs, and then you're just like. And you keep saying I'm an actor, but you're just like, I've done everything
Except
but acting. And so I think for me, that was just kind of like, But then I got lucky. I got to meet Roger Corman. And I did a film in Mexico, an interesting Roger Corman film. And I guess for my luck, he won the Oscar that year. So the film got a lot of spotlight. But it's an interesting film. It's not.
See it.
That's good. Don't. You don't need to see it.
Why?
It's one of those films where I was just kind of like in my mind. I'm like, all right, hopefully one day I'm gonna get to make fun of this film, which I feel like I can now.
Perfect.
But it was good. Yeah.
In the States, you had like a very bad memory.
No.
You lost your best friend in the
well,
car accident.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's the States. It's life.
Was it a turning point in your life?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I had come here a few months before the accident happened. My cousin was getting married, and I had realized, I was like, wow, I never knew anything about Turkish TV really, or the fact that there was a huge industry in Turkey. And so did the wedding, saw some things, met some people, came back. Then the accident happened. And then I think that's when I started questioning a lot of things in the sense that, life is just, you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So is it, I don't know. I was really debating the fact that, what is the point of all of this in the sense that like, I want to be an actor. I'm doing everything but acting. And I don't know. And it was coming to my third year or fourth year in LA. And so I was kind of like, you know what? I'm going to do what I do best and go.
So
So
you
I
went back
left.
to Turkey?
Well, yeah, well, I had to go. I had to go to serve in the military. So I figured that was the best thing I could do, is just go somewhere where I don't know anyone, and I have to do what I'm told, which is
So
the
you didn't
military.
know anyone here in Turkey?
No, no, not
Oh,
really. I mean, my grandparents were here, cousins, but I mean, I didn't even speak the language properly. And so I went to the military, and then I didn't know if I wanted to do acting anymore.
so you gave up on your dream?
I didn't give up just yet, because once I came back from the military, I got, again, from Roger Corman, an offer to do a film in China, right when I was thinking about quitting acting. So I was just like, all right, you know what? I might as well just go to China and do this film and see China, which was great.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. I don't know what happened to the film, but China was good.
You didn't watch the movie?
No, I haven't seen I haven't seen anything I've been in, but yeah. And then after that, I was like, all right, came back to Turkey, and then just one thing led to another, and here we are.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're among the most handsome actors in Turkey.
Am I?
Of course.
Okay.
No, you doubt? You're not sure?
I mean,
you don't find yourself handsome?
I don't know. I mean, I think that's just something, I don't know.
Come on.
I mean, let's
Come
be real
on.
though. Okay. Anyways.
Why all of you Turkish stars,
Uh-huh.
Turkish actors, you doubt yourself? Like, if I say you're handsome, like, am I handsome? And in
Really?
the same
Do they all
time,
do that?
You all
Because I
you-
feel
you
like
all
it's more
take
like
care
I
of
know.
yourself, you take care of your looks, and you make sure you look handsome.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you are handsome. You have, like, you know, it's kind of like, I mean, let me see this.
Yeah.
It's fake, you know? Like,
Think it again.
no. I mean, like, is it natural? I don't know. I mean, God, my manager upstairs is going crazy right now.
What do you mean? Is it natural?
Yeah, no, that's why I was just like,
What?
that was not a right. It's
What
like,
do you mean?
I got my lips done. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I don't know. I would not say I'm a handsome person. And I'm not saying that to be humble or anything. I just don't find myself handsome, and that's okay.
So you're against plastic surgery?
I mean, anyone who wants to do it can do it. I'm not one for it. Like, I don't think I will do it unless I need to absolutely do it, maybe. I mean, I shouldn't say anything but who knows?
Why you should? You shouldn't. It's your opinion.
Look, you know, this is how I feel. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, I think what the issue is, we are coinciding acting and good looks as if they're the same thing, and they're not. I mean, I don't think Robert De Niro ever was like an incredibly handsome,
No, yeah.
but
in Turkey,
he was Robert De Niro, and
Yeah.
he was incredible, and that's because of his acting.
But you think in Turkey they relate beauty to acting?
Yeah, yeah, in Turkey, but I don't think it's only Turkey. I think, I mean, look, we have very popular, amazing actors that aren't also, I guess, what society would say incredibly handsome or beautiful or whatever, vice versa. I don't think, I think someone who's very beautiful or handsome isn't the greatest actress or actor. So they don't coincide. Sure, you will have a character who has to be, you know, sexy or hot or, okay. Then you get the stylist, you get the makeup artist, you get this, you get that, and then you got something that's
so
good.
true.
But there's also a character who's, you know, ugly or just scary, and that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to literally find, you can, that's what we do is, you know,
No, you should have
range.
from everything.
Yeah.
And the
So,
story has everything.
so I don't know. I think it's, you know, if we were talking about modeling, sure. But we're talking about acting. So I don't think good looks or beauty and acting is, unless we're going to focus on the whole, you know, bullshit side of it, which is, you know,
I think attitude is much more important than beauty.
yeah, it's your charisma. It's you know,
Because
it's
sometimes you see like a very beautiful person
yeah.
with no soul, like
Yeah,
cannot
and you don't
even
want to
see
talk to
them.
that person 5
Yeah.
minutes later because it's just like you don't even see. Like, looks is something that just comes and goes, and I think we all know that. So
We take a break and we come back.
Sure.
Sen çal kapımı.
Yes.
Enta otruk babi.
Say it again.
Enta otruk
Oturuk.
babi. Babi.
Babil.
Evet.
Entre oturuk Babil.
That's it.
What's up? All right.
Introduced you to the Arabic audience
Okay.
with open doors yani.
Very nice.
What's the common between you as Kerem Bürsin and Serkan Bulat?
I don't know.
Your personalities?
No, because his...
Nothing?
I mean, of course, there are some things, you know, I mean, the way he sits, the way he stands, no. But no, I think why he was fun was because it was just so far away from me in the sense that he's very, you know, just... he has... And there was someone in my life who I was just like, this is exactly that person. He's very OCD in the sense that, you know, the chair thing, but also his, you know, with people who have fast working minds, usually they're not patient. And so other people's pace really just disturbs them. And I also figured someone this successful, or, you know, however they coded him, I kind of wanted to, for me, he was someone that was probably somewhere on the autism spectrum. I would say he had, there is something there. You know, his social skills weren't that great. He was, you know, just...
He was control freak also.
Control freak, didn't care about, like, you know, what society deems normal or what's okay to say, what's not okay to say, you know.
What about you?
I don't know, I'm not like that.
At all?
I mean, I'm not very patient, but no, I'm not. No. Yeah, no, not very. We're not very similar. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. It's been so long. It's been what, almost 2-3 years since I played that character. So it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Turkey, actors don't keep the highest rating for a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, ya çok seversin. It ended very fast because ratings went down. So, how do you personally rate it?
All right. You know, that's a good question because, okay, so what makes a TV show keep going?
Ratings.
Not really. Why? Because the cost of a TV show doesn't make its money from the ratings. If the ratings are super up, that is not, it still won't compensate what it costs to make a TV show.
You mean advertisements?
Advertisements, of course.
Okay.
Now, the system here is a little different than the system, I guess, in America.
Even in the Arab countries?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know how it is in the Arab countries, but the way I know it is, if your show is a popular show and it's doing well, then you get your 30 seconds of commercials cost a lot more because you have a lot more viewers. So that's not the way it really works here.
Okay.
So if you have a lot of viewers, or if you don't have a lot of viewers, you're still paying, or the commercial, you know, if it's a, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything, but if it's this cup commercial, they're going to pay the same price for the 30 seconds there. They're going to pay the same price for the 30 seconds there. The thing is that makes a difference is if my rating is, instead of a 4, a 10, then I multiply that and this and that. So it's not necessary. That's why they're an hour and a half or 3 hours long with commercials, because however many commercials you put, that's as much money as you get. But every show does that. So it doesn't really apply into, I mean, a show can do really well. It can cost a lot. The ratings can be great. But if it has no sales, like global sales, it's not easy for it to continue. So the main thing that makes a show, what I've realized, continue here is global sales. Because our shows here get sold one episode. You multiply it by 3 because our one episode is 3 episodes for you. Because you split it to 45, 45, 45. So, I mean, look, Sen Çal Kapımı didn't have great ratings, but it was selling like crazy internationally. And it had, I mean, international. The international audience was way larger than the Turkish audience, and that's why it went for 54, I think, episodes. And so we have to look at it that way. So for Ya Çok Seversen, I think it was a little different there because it wasn't a show that I was planning on doing. With Ayyapım, we made a schedule.
Why you didn't want to do it? Because
No. I didn't say I didn't want to do it. It wasn't a show I was planning on doing in the sense that I was planning on doing another show.
Oh, okay.
But then the script came. The other show had some kinks. Is a show I wrote.
A show you wrote?
Yeah. And so I liked the script. I liked the fact that it was Ya Çok Seversen. I think what I liked about it more so than anything was the fact that, it had, 3 kids, main characters. But look, I mean, sometimes you plan something, it doesn't go the way you want it to, or you plan something, it goes a different direction. But I think for all of us, it was just kind of like, I enjoyed it. But I think 13, that's what, I mean, it could have gone longer, like I said, because of the international sales. But I think for all of us, producer, me, Hafsa, direct, like we're, the writers, 13 is as far as we could take it. Or else I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to have made more money. But on the other side, I mean, I also kind of want to take my life in another direction. Like I said, writing, hopefully one day directing. I love acting, but I do want to give some more, give back,
That's nice.
Yeah. So
some people felt that in this show, Atesh was a copy of Serkan Bulat.
I feel like everyone's going to say that or say, well, and look.
I watched it.
Uh-huh.
I loved both of them.
Oh, thank you.
And there is a little bit of the...
Of course. I think just because of the genre, I mean, there were so many times where, and granted, everyone was great about it, there's so many times we had to tweak things, fix things. There was a scene I was just like, look, I have a very similar scene in another show I did.
Okay.
And, so like there, it's tough because at the end of the day, you have a script to work with, and you can't really be like, you know what I'm saying?
I know
so, yeah.
Is it true that you cannot watch or you don't want to watch yourself on screen?
Yeah.
But how do you judge or criticize yourself? You don't.
Well, no. I mean, I have my directors I trust, whoever I'm working with, or I feel like if I'm doing a very horrible job,
they will tell you.
Well, I mean, also I'll know for sure. Somehow I'll know. Yeah, I don't know. I think my job is done once I'm done doing my thing. Like I'm not really. I don't know. Like I do say this to a lot of my friends, or who are directors and people I've worked with. If it's something very interesting that that has to do with effects, or something that I'm not seeing physically as I'm acting, then I think I would be curious to see, oh, what did they do? What does the dragon look like, or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really, I'm not into watching myself.
You should try. You look good on screen.
Do I?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can an ex-girlfriend become a friend?
Of course. I've always been someone who just never understood the other side of it. Like, becoming enemies. It makes no sense. You spend all that time with someone. It doesn't make him a bad person if, the relationship ends. It doesn't make anyone a bad person.
No, of course.
Unless, of course, someone did something horrible. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you've spent any amount of time with someone and shared something romantically with that person, then yeah, like that's someone you can get along with. And it's just sad that once that ends, a relationship ends. I mean, because I think the foundation and basis of everything is friendship and romantic.
Basically, it's trust, and since you have trust with the one
but I mean, look, this is I don't know, like, I mean, I know a bunch of people that would be like, I'd never be friends with my ex. I'm not someone like that. I'm okay with that.
How many times have you fallen in love so far?
Oh gosh.
Should we count?
No, because
No?
it's not a lot. I don't think I've fallen in love that much. Probably twice.
Twice?
Yeah,
You can name them if you want.
that's all right.
Okay. Tell me about your first love.
It was great. I mean, it was the first time I was feeling something like this. So, I was young. I was 18.
What are you looking for in a woman?
I think it's just I don't think it's a criteria of like. I think it's just
Charisma for sure.
well, sure, but like I mean, what I was gonna say is more so in general. I think what
Smart, مثلا.
look these are all like yeah. I mean, I would want all of those things in a friend as well. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, what's important, and I've always said this, is just, to be able to look into that person's eyes and just really know that, like, you know what? If I just want to go and be a carpenter or sell shoes on the street and like move somewhere and that person's always going to be there next to me, that's it. Like it doesn't matter as long as you're the team. It doesn't matter for them. It doesn't matter for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm really looking for and you see that in the
Actually,
eyes.
stability. You're looking
Yeah,
for
stability, but like also in the sense that like, I mean, I don't know. I think you question a lot of things like, I mean, I do sometimes like, I don't know, like, I think it's important to be able to know no matter what. And, I think that's like no matter what.
Yeah.
If you lose everything, if, something happens to your health and
She's
just
gonna
anything.
be there for you.
Yeah. Or you're going to be there for that person.
Yeah.
And I don't think in this day and age, especially, that's not easy to find.
Do you have a type? No.
No, I don't think so. Not like a specific
Hala,
type.
I know you don't have type because each one is different than the other.
Yeah,
but-
that's why. Yeah.
No, but our female audience would love to know.
I mean, look, I think it's just
Long?
no, look, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about physical. I mean, physical, sure, I'm not going to say it's not important. Everyone knows it's important. That's why it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry. But,
That's smart.
well, I mean, so it is important. But, like you said, if you talk to someone who has nothing going on in here or in here for 5 minutes, who might be the world's most attractive person, doesn't matter because
Exactly.
that's not a connection. So I think, anyone I can really connect with, then you just see where it goes from there.
A package.
I mean,
How many times have you ever been heartbroken?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have been. I don't know, a couple of times.
Couple of times.
Couple of times.
How many times you broke someone's heart? 100 times. Okay.
No. No, I don't know. I hope I haven't, but I don't know.
Have you been in a toxic relationship?
Oh yeah.
Ever? Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Who hasn't? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, it's amazing.
I cut it.
Oh, it's
Cut it
good.
short immediately.
But maybe you're the toxic one.
Oh,
You
I
never
didn't
know.
think.
You might be the
think
toxic
about
one,
it
so
this
you
way.
never know.
You're
If
bad.
you're the one who's
You're
only
bad.
cutting it, then I think there's something toxic going on there. No, I don't know. I have. It's not fun. It's not fun, and I feel like anyone that's and it's not something that light either. Like I think we're laughing about it like a toxic, but a toxic
No, it's really
relationship
hard.
can be very detrimental on like the soul, the mind, the body. And so yeah, anyone watching this who's in a toxic relationship, definitely realize it and get out.
I think no one should tolerate or accept this.
Yeah,
No one.
I agree.
Did you ever been cheated on?
Like recent times, no. When I was a kid, yeah. When
No,
I was-
not kid. No.
I don't know. I mean, even if I have been,
You're not gonna
I have
tell
no
me.
idea. No, I haven't.
okay.
No, I've been lucky. But like I said, I don't know.
Are you a cheater?
No,
Never?
no.
Do you believe in karma?
Of
What
course.
goes
Yeah.
around comes around?
Yeah, that's not the reason I don't cheat, or it's just like if we want to circle back the conversation,
Yeah.
something I learned from my family, respect. Cheating is not respectful.
Of course.
So it's probably one of the worst things you can do to someone. So no.
I'd like to know how do you define love?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'll tell you this. What I've realized so far in my journey in life is it changes. Your definition of a lot of things change as you grow, or as you keep going along. So I don't know. I'm excited to find the person that helps me define what that is, but I don't know what it is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Inshallah, you'll find this person.
Inshallah.
The best example of love you always give was the love of your grandparents.
Yeah.
But you never told the story.
Oh, it's a long story. I don't know. I mean, look, they've been together. They were madly in love.
It's cute to know grandparents madly in love.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Still, I mean, even to this day, when I talk to my grandmother about my grandfather, I mean, you can see it, you can feel it. She talks to him every day. That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look, I've always wanted to be an early dad and a young husband, but you just can't. Like, it doesn't happen if you just want it,
No. Yeah, this is the only thing you cannot work for.
But I've always seen it in my family, and that's why I think I've always wanted that, because I've always seen it in my family. So yeah, in my family, there's some great, beautiful relationships that have made it hard on me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
It's
like
tough, because
competition.
you also
the
have
best in front of you.
You know what's
You
possible.
have standards in love. Let's put it this way. You are an advocate for women's rights,
Right?
And you're a feminist.
I definitely support feminist politics. Yeah.
How can gender equality be achieved between men and women? This is the $100 million question.
Right. I think it's men. The issue is with men and a patriarchal system. And so once men realize and wake up to this, then I think that's really when change can come, which is, also something what he for she advocates for is, for men need to join the conversation. Men need to be a part of the conversation because they're very much a part of the problem. So, yeah. It's just men realizing, and I know in Turkish there's like a saying that's just like like kind of like protecting or staying behind our women, and it's just kind of like, no, you just need to move away, like just don't be there, and
give her space.
She'll know exactly what to do and do very, like, I think unfortunately I think the male mind is more so, all right, we'll support. No, it's like, that's the thing. You don't need that. You're the one putting the obstacles, and you're the one making it hard. So yeah, it's a system, worldwide system based off of patriarchy. So
if you see a man abusing a woman on the street, what would you do?
I would definitely go in the middle of it.
You'll hit him?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it comes, I don't know. But I'll definitely go in the middle of it and try to remove him away from the situation, for sure.
If you hear a sexist comment on the set, what would you do?
I definitely express that I'm not okay with that.
What about the gender movement happening now? What's your opinion about it? Especially with the kids' involvement.
What do you mean?
Like, kids can pick their gender at 2 and 3 years old. Are you okay with that?
I mean, look, I don't know, because I don't know what it means to be a parent. I don't know what it is. I think we need to start, I don't know, we're going into a whole different can of beans, because if you ask me, I don't think everyone should be a parent.
That's true.
Well, I mean, we're so put in line and in check with so many different, like, to even drive a car, right? What do you need to do? You need to get a license. You need to go to a checkup. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to blah, 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 I mean, in some countries, guns. Right? What do you need to do? I'm not going to talk about America because their gun control is horrible. But And so becoming a parent, I don't know. I don't know. It's easy, right? And so, are we doing a good job parenting when we look at the world? I mean, if we analyze any business like we do, if we analyze the world as a business we were to analyze, we are not doing. We're just in the wrong direction.
Of course, not
Right?
only with kids, with so many other things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's all a circle,
Yeah, it's a
right? How
circle.
you're raised, what you become, this, that, who like divorce.
It's a
Divorce
circle.
in the world is
It's crazy.
past 50%.
Actually, marriages.
That's what I'm saying, marriage, right?
No one is getting married anymore.
And I mean, look, if they are, yeah,
It's a circle.
yeah.
Is it true that pink is your favorite color?
Powder pink, yeah. I like powder pink.
So, let's have a break
Yeah.
and come back.
All right.
You lived in Dubai and you went to Lebanon for your sister's wedding.
Yeah.
Your sister is married to an Egyptian man.
Yes.
So you're familiar with the Arabic culture a bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tell me a bit. What do you know about Arabic culture?
I mean, like I said, having a expat lifestyle, of course. I mean, what was interesting is the time I was living in Dubai and Abu Dhabi is, there's a lot of expats, as you know. There's a lot of people from the region, and then obviously you have the Australians and the Americans and the Canadians. But I had a lot of Lebanese friends.
They are the best, right?
Look, I love Lebanon. I do love Lebanon, and the time I spent there for my sister's wedding was great. It was a blast. Probably shouldn't say that.
We have to take you again.
Huh?
We have to take you to Lebanon again.
Yes. Yeah. No, I definitely need to go. It's a lot of fun. It's great. I mean, look, and with the Arabic culture, I mean, it's a beautiful culture. I'm just thinking about
It's so close to the Turkish culture, no?
Oh yeah, of course.
Similarities.
Definitely, you definitely see similarities. But I don't know. There's just, for me, I'm just thinking about it's a heartwarming feeling. If you were to ask me what feeling does it bring to you, I would say heartwarming. Because I mean that was the relationships I had with a bunch of people, even people I didn't know. That you would just meet. It's just very,
you feel like you know them.
Very, very warm, very warm people. It's good. It's good. I miss it. Look, it was, like I said, it's a big part of who I am today because it was my childhood.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you like it, I'm gonna give you the option of choosing any sentence in Arabic. Choose wisely, okay? Wisely.
All right.
Any sentence, and I will teach you in Arabic.
Any sentence that I want to say?
Yeah, choose wisely again.
Oh gosh.
Be careful.
Yeah. I hope you have a good day. How do you say that?
Inshallah. This is
Inshallah.
Same. Yeah, inshallah. You'll have a good day.
What? I was like.
Actually, in Lebanon we will say
Okay. I was like.
No, inshallah. يكون نهاركم.
What?
inshallah
Inshallah.
يكون
نهاركم
سعيد.
سعيد. Inshallah يكون نهاركم سعيد.
شكرا وانت كمان.
عفوا.
عفوا.
Right? Is that right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right.
Okay. Can you live one day without checking your Instagram?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I can live months without checking it. Yeah. I mean, there was a point in my life where, when was this? Like a couple of years ago, where I would forget I had social media. Look, I'm someone who, I have my phone, but I'll usually look at my watch, which I don't have on, to something I like to do is I'll ask people if they have a watch, what time it is, and and it's just so important to me to see if they'll check their phone or their watch. And I think that's a big tell on that person. But yeah, I like sometimes I'll see something, I'm like, wow, it's so beautiful. I wish I had my camera with me so I could take a photo of it. And, you know, so I don't really use my phone. I just use my phone to message and talk.
Okay. Are you reachable?
Am I what?
Reachable?
No.
You don't even answer your phone.
I'm not, and it's not that I'm like, oh, I'm just so unreachable. It's not that at all. I just don't I don't have a good relationship with my phone. So there's a lot of times I won't reply to messages at all. Right? Right. A lot of times I don't answer. Yeah. And there's a lot of friends I've lost because of this. But it's just, I don't know. I think it's weird.
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I realized that true friends, they understand this.
Exactly.
Because if you don't want to answer, doesn't mean you don't care.
No, yeah, such a good, yeah.
I don't feel like answering.
Exactly.
I will call you when I feel good.
Exactly.
So I don't give you this negative energy that I have now. Just
There we go.
let it go.
Yeah.
Right? The name of this podcast is Bella Tasnif, Unlabeled.
All right.
How important it's for you to live without labels and prejudgments?
It's important. It's very important. Yeah, it's important.
It's important.
Yeah.
So I'll give you this basket.
Okay.
And these are labels.
All right.
You're going to read it out loud. And you can put it there. And the label you accept, you put it here. And the one you don't accept,
In the
you
basket.
throw it in the basket.
All right.
Can you please put it on the couch? Because it
Sure,
doesn't-
sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
These are about me.
Right.
Okay. All right. Kerem Bürsin, gentleman.
Right. No?
I mean,
Everyone is laughing, by the way. I don't know why.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Well, look, oh gosh. I feel like a gentleman or a lady is a very patriarchal concept.
Okay.
That's why I'm going to say I don't agree with it because of that reason, or else I do. It's just, yeah.
So,
Sorry. Oh gosh, Kerem Bürsin, drama queen. You know, I think sometimes,
You are.
sometimes, hey, we all are. Sometimes I'm gonna
see, we know you very well.
a little bit. You can ask my manager. Kerem Bürsin, a robot. No. Abnormal.
You
Yes,
said that.
abnormal.
What? In what way you're abnormal?
I mean, I don't think I am very normal. Yeah, I don't think I'm very normal.
Why?
I don't know. Because I think a lot of the things that we deem normal are just very weird for me. So I think that's why. I think it's interesting. Like as societies in the world, the things we agree on are the things we deem okay. I find very, very shocking and interesting. So I guess
Is it a way to say like I'm unique?
I mean, well, you're the one who put abnormal. So if it said unique, I'd say definitely. But
Okay.
I guess I'm abnormal.
Should add one more. Okay.
Writer, author. I mean, I'm going to say no because right now I'm not. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to put that on the yes pile. And also, like I said, I've been writing scripts lately. So hopefully soon.
Romantic?
One is
that's
very
nice.
romantic. Yeah. One is definitely a love story. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
I hope so. The F word.
I don't know if you knew what I mean by this because you don't use the F word.
Never.
Never.
Never. Never. But no, nevertheless, I will put
These
this
are
in the
two papers.
yes.
You're
right.
missing one.
Oh, wow. It's funny that you made sure I didn't put this one away. A good kisser. You know, since I've never kissed myself, I don't know how I kiss, but I'm sure there are a few people we can ask. They could answer.
Let's call them. Let's call them.
I don't have their numbers. So I don't know.
What would they say?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Gray zone. This
That's
is the
the I
gray
don't
zone.
know
This is the
pile.
gray zone.
Living without regrets. I try to. So yeah, I try to. Stubborn. Yeah, I still am.
You are?
A little bit. Okay. A little bit. Control freak, not so much. Flirty. Am I flirty? I am? No, that sucks. I
That's
guess.
dangerous. You're asking for it.
Well, no, I mean, I might think it's not. I'm flirty.
Is he?
I'm flirty.
He is, right?
Am I really? That's just being nice. No, really?
No, there is a difference between flirty and nice.
All right.
No, you're
Yeah,
cheating. You're cheating.
Passionate. Yes, I am passionate.
Okay.
I do believe passion is a very important ingredient. A CEO of a company. I do have a company, but I wouldn't label myself as, I'm just one of the people who work there. Selfish. I guess, again, you have to ask other people.
Come on.
I don't think I am.
Okay.
But I am sure there will be someone in the world who'd be like, that guy is selfish. I don't think I'm selfish, though. I try not to be.
Since no one knows us better than ourselves, end this podcast with a sentence that describes you the most.
Oh, geez. I'm an abnormal, passionate, possibly good kisser. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. About myself.
Yes.
I'm just, honestly, I feel like I'm just someone who, this is going to sound so cheesy.
No, just say it. It's okay.
I really do, I do care and do want the better for this world. So, yeah, the world. That doesn't mean humans only, but like the world. So, yeah, that's something that I do hold very dear and do care about a lot. That's who I am.
Kerem Bürsin.
Yeah.
We say cut.
Let's say cut. Thank you.
Thank you.